You wake up in the morning full of energy and determined to conquer the day. But when you check your to-do list, it's already overwhelming. You rush from one task to another, like answering emails, scrolling through your phone, and trying to keep up. But at night, when you lie down in the bed, you realize something painful. I was busy all day, but did I actually achieve anything? It's like running on a treadmill, sweating and exhausted, but going nowhere. And deep down, you start asking yourself, is this all life has to offer? That's when Stephen Covey's words hit differently, because he spent his life studying what makes certain people truly effective, not just busy, but focused, calm, and successful in every area of life. And he found the answer in 7 timeless habits. Habits that anyone can practice. Habits that can turn chaos into clarity, stress into peace, and busyness into real results. Today, we'll explore those 7 habits, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to stop surviving and start living with real impact. So, without any further delay, let's get into the video. Habit number 1, be proactive. Most people live the life like passengers in a car, but when the weather is bad, they complain. And when the traffic is heavy, they get angry. And when someone cuts them off, their whole day is ruined. But effective people, they know they're in the driver's seat. Being proactive means you stop blaming your parents, your boss, or bad luck. Instead, you say, what can I do right now to change this? Psychologists call this the circle of influence. There are things outside your control, the economy, the weather, other people's choices. And there are things inside your control, your effort, your attitude, your response. Highly effective people focus on what's inside their circle. That's why they grow stronger, while everyone else stays stuck. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. Imagine you're climbing a tall ladder, working day and night to reach the top, only to discover it's leaning against the wrong wall. That's the tragedy of chasing success without direction. That's why highly effective people don't just ask, what do I want to achieve? They ask, why do I want it? This habit is about having a personal compass, a clear vision of where you want to go in life, not just in your career, in your relationships, health, and inner growth. Think of an architect. Before the builders lift a single brick, the architect designs the blueprint. Without the blueprint, the building falls apart. Your life is the same. If you don't design it, you'll spend years building something and then realize it wasn't what you wanted at all. Habit number 3, put first things first. A professor once placed a jar on his desk, and he filled it with big rocks. Then he asked, is it full now? The students said yes. Then he poured in pebbles, then sand, then water. Suddenly, the jar held it all. The lesson is, if he had started with sand, there would have been no room for the rocks. Your big rocks are the most important parts of your life, like health, relationships, deep work, and personal growth. The sand is the small stuff, like emails, scrolling, and small errands. But most people fill their jar with sand first. That's why they never have space for what matters. But effective people reverse it. They do the big things first, and then, somehow, the small things also find their place. Habit number 4, think win-win. Life often feels like a race. When someone else wins, we feel like we've lost too. But effective people think differently. They see success not as a limited pie, but as a pie that can grow. This mindset builds trust, opportunities, and relationships. Because when you create win-win solutions, people want to work with you, not against you. Think of business partners. One takes all the profit and the other feels cheated. Then the partnership dies. But when both win, the partnership thrives for years. Win-win isn't about being nice all the time. It's about seeking solutions where both sides leave the table stronger. Habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. See, the most people don't listen. They wait for the other person to stop talking so they can reply. But highly effective people listen like a mirror. They reflect back what they hear. They make the other person feel seen, heard, and valued. Psychologists call this empathetic listening. When someone feels truly understood, they open up and trust grows. And then, and only then, you share your perspective. Because influence doesn't start with talking. It starts with listening. Habit number 6, synergize. A single violin can play a beautiful melody. But when violins, drums, and trumpets come together, they create a symphony. That's synergy. It's the magic that happens when people with different strengths work together. You see, most people compete, compare, or clash. But effective people combine. They know diversity isn't a weakness, it's a strength. The quiet thinker, plus the bold speaker, and the creative dreamer, plus the practical planner. Together, they create something neither could do alone. That's synergy. 1 + 1 = 3. Habit number 7, sharpen the saw. A woodsman was once cutting a tree with a blunt saw. He worked harder and harder, sweating and exhausted. A passerby asked, "Why don't you stop and sharpen your saw?" The woodsman replied, "I don't have time. I'm too busy cutting." That's how most of us live. We grind, we hustle, and we burn out. But highly effective people stop to sharpen their saw. They invest in 4 areas. Number 1, the body, through exercise and proper rest. Number 2, the mind, through reading and learning new skills. Number 3, the heart, through relationships and kindness. Number 4, the soul, through reflection and purpose. Because effectiveness isn't just about doing more, it's about becoming more. So here's the truth. Being effective is not about luck, talent, or even intelligence. It's about habits, the daily choices that stack up into a life of purpose. So, be proactive, know your end. Always put first things first. Think win-win, and listen deeply. Create synergy, and always sharpen your saw. So these are the 7 habits for your transformation. And the question now is simple. Which habit will you start practicing today? Let me know in the comments. And finally, if this video gave you even one idea you can use in your life, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs it. Because effectiveness isn't just personal, it multiplies when you spread it.